Good to see you all today. Another interesting conversation. Welcome to Vegan Intel, where we'll talk about health to the maximum to try to keep your mind right, keep you in shape, and make sure you always concentrate on your health and your safety. You have to do both. You have to concentrate on your health and your safety. Okay? You have to concentrate on your health and your safety. And when we talk about health, we're including mental health. So you want to be physically healthy and you want to be mentally healthy. Good to see you, Rasta Man, Hawkeye. Body Sculpture Challenge is here. Let's make it do what it do. Everybody come on in. Put your favorite fruit in the chat. What is my favorite fruit? Oh, that's simple. My favorite fruit would have to be watermelon. I would say that's my favorite fruit. Uh, yeah, I would say watermelon. I love mango. I love pineapple. I love mango. I love mangoes, but here in Chicago we can't get mangoes like I used to get in Hawaii. If I had a bunch of watermelons and I had mangoes like I used to get in Hawaii, ooh, that would be a tough decision. That's a tough one. Mango is by far sweeter, that's for sure. But as of now, here in Chicago, I would say watermelon. Pineapple is one of my favorites for sure. For sure. Luckily for me, I'm able to go to Target and get small watermelons that have little seeds in them. So they have those little white looking seeds in them. That's better than nothing. I don't know where they're shipping them from. But today we're going to talk about the word vegan. Um, the word vegan is really not understood. And I think with the advent and the new situation where they're making so many vegan foods, I think the word vegan is getting lost. Because I'm hearing people saying, oh, vegan is no good, vegan is not healthy, vegan is not this, vegan is not that. I want to address that. I plan to interview Yaki over here once I get my subscribers up more. And he says he can't stand the word vegan. I can't wait to talk to him about that, to set him straight on that. He should know better. I can't wait to talk to him to get him straight on that. Good to see you, Danielle. But a lot of people are associating the word vegan with, they're associating the word, yeah, mostly I'm going to let him do all the talking. The only thing I am going to say to all of the people I interview, I am going to get them straight on what they have to say to the community about the word vegan. You know what I'm saying? Because there is really no such thing as vegan food. There is no such thing as vegan food. There's no such thing. So when you hear people say vegan food, that's a total misinterpretation. But there's no such thing as vegan food. They say it, vegan donuts, vegan cookies, but that's not correct. Give me a second, I'll show you something. Now here I have some vitamins. And if you look on the front of the vitamins, you will see where it says 120 tablets. And it says vegan. Okay? Let's see if we can get a good shot of that. I don't know why these cameras, you got to get these cameras better where they zooms. Because the camera has a hard time finding this stuff because it's filming everything around. But right under there where it says 120, it says vegan. And people would say that these are vegan vitamins, and that's totally incorrect. Also, I have some D3. And if you see on the D3, you'll see the same thing. If I can get it to focus, which it won't do. But on the very bottom here is the word vegan. Here's some more vitamins. And on the bottom here is the word vegan. And so it says vegan omega-3. This one says vegan vitamin D3. And that's why people are getting confused. Because these aren't actually vegan vitamins. They're vitamins that are vegan. And so people misuse the word vegan because vegan is just a description. The name of my company is VeganIntel, which means it's information, it's intelligence information about veganism. But veganism is just a concept. It's not an actual thing. And so these are not really vegan vitamins. These are vitamins that are vegan. These are just multiple vitamins. That's it. Just like any other multiple vitamins. The description vegan is on there to let people that don't consume animal byproducts know that there's no animal byproducts in the vitamins. So cookies that are vegan is just letting you know there's no eggs in it, there's no milk in it, there's no dairy in it. That's it. It's not actually vegan cookies. They're cookies that are vegan. Just like you have cookies, you don't have non-gluten cookies. You have cookies with no gluten. There's no such thing as non-gluten cookies. It's just like saying no salt. There's no such thing as no salt ketchup. You have ketchup with no salt, but there's no such thing as no salt ketchup. So people like no salt ketchup. It's like, no, it's ketchup with no salt. It's cookies that are vegan. It's vitamins that are vegan. And the word vegan, it's only put on the packaging so that people that don't consume animal byproducts won't have to read the ingredients. That's why it's on there. And so some people would say, well, if they don't read the ingredients, how they know it's healthy? Vegan does not mean healthy. Vegan has nothing to do, the word vegan has absolutely nothing to do with health. In other words, if you say, well, why do you want people to go vegan? Because going vegan is not what's making you healthy. Cutting back on the meat is what's making you healthy. You understand? It's what you're not eating that's making you healthy. And then you're replacing it with something better. And so there's these alkaline people and these whole food people that are misinforming the community by claiming that these cookies and stuff like that is vegan and that vegan food is not healthy. And so, like you take Yaki, he says he hates the word vegan, but Yaki is a vegan. By definition, Yaki is a vegan. He doesn't eat animals or animal byproducts. He is a vegan. So I can't wait to interview him so I can ask him, by the definition, are you a vegan? He would have to say yes if he knows what the word vegan means. The word vegan doesn't mean eat junk food. If you have some potato chips and they're vegan, that just means they wasn't cooked in animal lard. That's it. Doesn't mean they're healthy. And so when you look at my manual, you say, well, what's the point of your manual? The easiest way to become a vegan. The easiest way to get off animal byproducts. It's real simple. And then once you get off animal byproducts, then you can begin to work on your health. It's like, let's say you want to get healthy, but you're an alcoholic. Can you get healthy if you don't stop drinking first? Okay, well, stop. Just because you stop drinking won't make you healthy. But when you stop drinking, it'll make you not so unhealthy. But it won't make you healthy, but it will make you not so unhealthy. And just because you're not so unhealthy doesn't mean you're healthy. It just means you're on the path to getting healthy. And so this word, this don't let people fool you and tell you, I'm not vegan, I'm plant-based. If you're plant-based, you're a vegan. Make it make some sense. If you're plant-based and you don't consume animal byproducts by the proper definition of the term, you are a vegan. Exhibit A. What is a vegan? What is vegan? A vegan, a person who does not eat any food derived from animals and who typically does not use other animal products. Eating, using, and containing no food or other products derived from animals. That's vegan. The word vegan is derived to separate from the word vegetarian, basically. That's why the word is used, basically. The word is used to separate from the term vegetarian. That's it. It's just a distinction between the two. Vegetarian, a person who does not eat meat, someone whose diet consists wholly of vegetables, fruits, grains, nuts, and sometimes egg or dairy products. So the difference between a vegetarian and a vegan is a vegetarian will eat eggs and will eat milk and cheese, and a vegetarian will not. A vegan will not. A vegan will not use eggs and dairy products. A vegetarian will. That's the difference between a vegetarian and a vegan. Plant-based is it's not such a great word. I use it, but it's a very confusing word because if I make some bread out of all plant matter, isn't that bread plant-based? If I take plants and make some corn chips, isn't that plant-based? And so plant-based I don't see how plant-based is any different from the word vegan. Those seem to be the same word for me because vegan food is plant-based. It's made from plants. How is a potato chip not plant-based? It's made from a potato. Potato is a plant. You know what I'm saying? And the base of the chip is, you know what I'm saying? And so for people that want to say you don't eat no processed food, you wouldn't use the word plant-based. You'd use the word, I eat whole food. I eat plant-based whole foods. You would have to add whole foods in there, meaning you just eat the food straight how it is. It's not processed. Okay? Was carrots man-made? You know, that conversation, you know, that right there, Sir Drop, I would mostly talk about that on Pharaoh Said That, but for y'all, I will. Listen, all this food is man-made. Okay? All this food is man-made. And so when people go tell y'all, oh, don't eat pineapples, pineapples is man-made. All of this food is man-made. Everything on this planet has been made once beings moved to this planet. And so when they get to telling you all that stuff, they don't know what they're talking about. Everything you eating on this planet is grafted to be able to adapt to the planet, and we've been grafting food forever. So I'm a spaceman, so when you hear people saying, that ain't no real, that's not a real, that is real. It's all real. Seedless watermelons are real. It's just science. It's just like ganja, you got sensibilia with no seeds. It's science, but it's real. Now, whether it's certain things are healthy or not, that would have to be looked at scientifically to see if there's any negative adverse effect from the grafting. But changing food is a must. You must be able to take a food and make a new food out of it if you want to survive on the planet. Meaning, if you got coconuts in Hawaii down on the lowlands and you live in the mountains, and all of a sudden the ocean act crazy and floods down there and the water never goes back down, all those coconuts will be underwater. Now, if you can find some coconuts, you're going to have to find a way to grow coconuts up on the mountain. And you're going to have to graft and experiment with those coconuts until you develop a mountain coconut. Because we're the descendants of scientists and architects and technologists. That's where we come from. We make stuff. So the brothers that's talking about the food, those they babies, they not really on that next level of knowledge like that. Because the first banana they grafted down here was for animals. It wasn't even for us. It was about that big, with a whole bunch of big giant seeds in it. It wasn't even edible. So when they tell you don't eat the big bananas but eat the small yellow ones, that ain't the original banana either. That's not the original banana. You know how they tell you eat them little bitty bananas, right? That ain't the original banana. That's not the original banana. The little yellow ones Dr. Savy said we should eat, that ain't the original banana. So I don't know why they talk about that like that's a graft too. That is a grafted banana. That's for sure. Why you think nobody will debate me for 5,000? I'm really that. That's a graft. The original banana is not even edible for human consumption. Of course, I got evidence to back up what I be saying. I don't like to show too much stuff in case I can get a quick 5,000 in a debate. So I like to play dumb a little bit, so I could get a contestant to step right up for The Price is Right. But I'll show y'all some stuff. But yeah, don't y'all listen to that stuff. All of this whole planet is scientific. How can they say don't eat grafted food when you're a mutation yourself? We're not the first beings that was on this planet. And so they say, well, don't eat the big bananas, eat the little ones. These are the original ones. No, they not. This is the original banana. This is the original banana. It has no meat in it to eat it, okay? They're still around. Now, that purple one is a graft, too. That's the original banana. These, I don't want to start dragging people, but I will tell you, if you're going to study, you got to really study. You can't just half study. If you really a scholar like that, you got to study, study, study. You can't just... So when they say eat the original banana, the original banana is unedible. This is the original banana, okay? How you going to eat that? That's the original banana. All of this food was grafted and hybrid to be made food for this planet, because the planet that your ancestors came from had a whole different type of food on that planet and didn't have this type of food. Not only that, there were scientific things done on this planet for you to even be able to breathe the air. You read in Genesis and it says in the beginning, and it's separated. Read Genesis and it'll tell you it separated this from this to make air so you can live here. It's called terradoming. What they're trying to do on Mars is called terradoming, where you go to a planet that's like a dead planet with nothing, and you separate the firmament, like it says in Genesis. And then if you separate the firmament, you can create some moisture, and then you can make it rain. And then once you make it rain, you can create an environment. You can create an environment once you get it to rain. Once you get it to separate, and you make that revolving situation of rain, evaporation, boom, now you can bring in food. So the rain's going to make dirt, because the rain is going to wash the rocks and break the rocks up and turn the rocks into dust and more dust, and dust, wet dust is mud. But that's a whole nother video. We'll talk about that on Pharaoh Said That channel. But yeah, no. All of this stuff is made. All of this food has been adapted, cloned, hybrided in order to survive. If you take a plant from one country to another country, you might have to make some adjustments in order for it to grow correctly. If you take a plant from sea level to a little higher, you're going to have to adjust it. It might take a couple generations before it can grow. So, in other words, if you plant coconuts up in the mountains, everybody in Hawaii say, it won't grow up here, it won't grow up here, it will grow up there. But what happens is that coconut got to grow. It's going to have some little weird coconuts. Those coconuts go in the ground, and over generations of that coconut, it's going to have a coconut that's used to that climate that's going to start producing big coconuts again, because the plant's going to adapt and learn how to grow in that environment. This is what farming, this is what you have to do if you're farming. You got rice down here and it floods, you're going to have to train that rice to grow at another elevation or in a different soil, stuff like that. Grafting. Grafting is nothing. I mean, I take the plant, I cut it at an angle, I put it in some water, it starts to make some roots. I can take one plant and I can cut all of this bunch of stems off of it and get it to start it to rooting and plant it, and it'll be exact clones of the plant I got. It'll be the same height as it. It'll be that plant. And you can grow it 10 times or whatever. And so, you got to be careful. You can't believe all that stuff. And so, when you get to the word vegan, vegan is nothing but a description. Always remember that. Don't let nobody tell you vegan food is no good for you. When they tell you that, say there's no such thing as vegan food. Because they'll be like, vegan food is junk. They'll tell you Beyond Burgers is vegan food. No. Everything you eat as a meal that does not have animal byproducts in it, and no animal, is a vegan meal. If you're eating a Beyond Burger with a bun, with some cheese that's vegan, that's vegan. If I'm eating a plate of collard greens with fresh tomatoes and cucumbers and all vegetables, that's vegan. Both of them are vegan because neither one of them has any animals in it or any animal byproducts. Vegan is just a description of what's not in the food or the vitamin. That's all it is. It's not a word that means healthy. Vegan doesn't mean healthy. It's just a word to describe, to make it so I don't have to read all of this stuff on the back. I can know, okay, let me get those. Are vitamin supplements good for you? To me, vitamin supplements are extremely good for you if they're plant-based and vegan. If they're, yes, because they did a study in the 90s, and all of the vegetables and fruit had lost a lot of its nutritional value. And so supplements are called supplements because they supplement extra nutrition to make sure you get a balanced. I advise people to take vitamins, plant-based vitamins, because if you study vitamins, you'll know there's a lot of different vitamins. And what happens is when you cook, you're never going to cook. All the vitamins is never going to be in any meal you prepare. This meal is a little high in vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin D. This meal is a little high in zinc, potassium. So each meal is going to have vitamins. And if you eat around it, you're going to get all your vitamins through the year. But a supplement makes sure that you get every vitamin all the time, along with the nutrition you're getting in the meal. And so me being in the gym right now working out, I'm taking supplements because I want to make sure not only am I eating a lot of vitamins, but I'm supplementing everything to make sure I'm not missing nothing, no time. Because, okay, I can get selenium out of, what nut was that? I think the Brazilian nuts, I think. I can get, but what if I don't eat no, what if I don't eat no Brazilian nuts in a long time? How do I know I'm getting selenium? What if I don't eat this in a long time? How do I know I'm getting that? So a supplement is always good. I learned about the importance of vitamins when I became a grower and I was growing plants in Hawaii. And now I was growing in plants in Hawaii. My first group of plants I grew, they grew and they was nice. But once I learned about how to feed them and how to feed them nitrogen and phosphorus and potassium, and I learned that when you plant them, you got to feed them a lot of nitrogen. And once I planted those plants and hit them with a lot of nitrogen, they was huge. The stems was fat. Even the babies, the stems was fat and green. And right then I said, oh, vitamins make a huge difference. Grow two plants. Give one of them vitamins and don't give the other one vitamins. You'll see. The one with the vitamins is going to be way bigger and more beautiful and more healthy than the one without. Because the earth is depleted. We don't live in a natural environment, right? So think about, you say, well, what's the natural environment? Imagine you had a big forest. And in that forest you had mangoes and oranges and plums and dates and berries, right? And there's not a lot of stuff to eat it. That means all of that food and fruit will what? Fall in the soil. So how much vitamins and nutrients is that constantly falling in the soil? Then the animals that are out there are eating it, and then they're letting their waste out. How much vitamins and nutrients and all that animal waste? And so the natural earth was replenishing and dumping so much nutrients back into the earth that, yeah, but now you take your banana peel, you throw it in a garbage can, it get tied up in a plastic bag and end in a landfill. That banana peel don't go into the ground. That's why when I lived in Hawaii, I always threw my peels and stuff on the ground. I lived in the mountains. As I live right here, and I always slung my avocado peels and my peels in the ground because there's a difference between the nutrients and trash. Trash is like aluminum, plastic. That's trash. But food is not trash. And so if you eating like some greens and there's some greens left over and you got some land, you better not dump them old greens in the garbage. You better go dump them old greens outside so it can go back in the soil. You better go dump them greens, have you a pile of soil and dump them greens in that soil and maybe cover it up a little bit with the shovel and let them greens rot down in there so that nutrient be in that dirt in case you want to use that dirt for your flower bed or your garden or your food. Don't throw that stuff in the garbage. That's nutrient. Avocado peels. Why are you throwing them avocado peels away? That's nutrients. We call it what? Mulch. We make mulch. And what's under mulch? All our old food we don't eat, all the plant matter is in the mulch. We have the cows and the horses, and they eat the grass. And so then when they pass that out, that waste is full of nutrients from them chickens and cows and horses. We take it and let it dry till it's bone dry. And hey, that's pure nitrogen. Potassium and phosphorus. And so I'm saying all that to say, no, the planet is a little depleted, so, you have to take your vitamins. And then I'm 66. I'm going to be 66, 67 in February. So, you don't want to have brittle bones. I'm already skinny, but if you don't want to have brittle bones, you want to still be working out like me, you need to be taking your supplements. So you don't have osteoporosis and all this stuff wrong with you because you ain't got no nutrients in your body. And I'm working out, so I don't want the basic neutrals. I want double doses. Some days I take 2 multiple vitamins before I go to the gym on my soul. Any vitamins my body don't use, it ain't going to do but come out when I urinate. You're going to look, your urine going to be bright yellow. You're like, oh, dang, I peed all them out. But still, how much did you get in the body? So, yeah, you definitely, you know what I'm saying? You definitely chewable vitamins for the children. Plant-based. Make sure they're plant-based because, you know, you want all of these. All of this is made from plant matter, okay? Look, vitamin as beta-carotene, organic food blend. Vitamin Z, organic food blend. Vitamin D from lecithin. Vitamin E, organic food blend. Vitamin K from Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So that's the plant. All this is plant. All this is plant. And then you look, organic food blend. Organic Cerbania grandiflora leaf. Organic apple. Organic ebolete. Organic sea kelp. Organic guava. Organic mushroom. Organic basil. Organic annatto of fruit and seed. Organic lemon peel. Organic moringa. Organic strawberry fruit. Organic cherry fruit. Organic blackberry fruit. Organic beetroot. Organic broccoli stalk flower. Organic carrot. Organic spinach. Organic blueberry. Organic raspberry. Organic tomato. Organic green bell pepper. Organic Brussels sprout. Organic ginger. Organic garlic bulb. Organic green onion. Organic parsley. Organic cauliflowers, the flower and the stem. Organic red cabbage leaf. Organic asparagus flower. Organic celery stalk. Organic cucumber. Organic kale. That's what they're taking to make these vitamins. So it's basically just more food, the substance from the food. Like I said, we're scientists. So us being scientists, we took the science and learned how to take the nutrients out of the stalk, celery stalk, right? Yeah. All of the vitamins that's in you is in the ground. You know what I'm saying? All of the same vitamins in you, the same 110 nutrients is in the ground. And if you take sea moss, it's going to give you like 90 something. And then if you take the other one with it, you're going to have all 110. I have them both in there. That's why we take the sea moss, because it's got like 90 something vitamins and nutrients in it. And then we take the I'll show you. Hold on. If we take the sea moss, the sea moss gives us 100 and something of all our vitamins and nutrients. And then if we take the bladder rack could give us also these two will give you every vitamin and nutrient in the earth and that's in our body, that our bodies is made of. If you take the bladderwrack and the sea moss, you'll get all 110, I think is the number. This has 92. So all 102. I think it's 102. I think this gives you the 92, and this gives you the ones that's not in here. But sea moss contains over 92 minerals and nutrients. And then you take the bladderwrack, and you'll have all 102 vitamins and minerals and nutrients that are in the soil. And where are the roots of the plants? In the soil. And when the water go in the soil, it makes the dirt tea, right? Mud is basically plant tea. Then the plant's drinking the nutrients out of that mud, taking it up and making apples or oranges or making pineapples or celery or whatever you're growing. And if you don't grow a garden, if you grow a garden and you don't feed it, you gotta feed it. I started a garden in some totes. Look how it turned out. So that food you seen harvested, that was like the first stuff we started picking. I picked way more stuff than that. Those yellow squash, when I picked them, I picked all of them after a while. And then I came out about a month later, and the plant was making some more. The yellow squash was like the first ones to get ready. But I got 2 crops out of the yellow squash. So I was asked, what's the difference between vitamins and minerals? All right, here we go. The main difference between vitamins and minerals are that vitamins are organic substances made by plants or animals, while minerals are inorganic elements that come from soil and water. Okay? So minerals is in the ground, and vitamins is in the plants or in the animals. The earth was made with the minerals in it. And when plants or animals consume the minerals, plants and animals, we create vitamins. Source: vitamins are organic substances made by plants or animals, while minerals are inorganic elements that come from the soil or water. Function: minerals help maintain acid-base balance, regulate body processes, and function in nerve impulse, transmission of muscle contraction. Vitamins support skin health, healthy vision, and immune health, and help building strong bones. Okay? It's all science. When the Creator put the earth together, the soil is full of the minerals. The plants take the minerals and produce vitamins and minerals. The plants take the minerals and produce vitamins and minerals by making the fruit and different stuff, making all type of medicine, all type of medicinal herbs and all that. And different plants make different things based on how the plant was created and based on what the plant eats, because the plant eats what it want to eat. Some plants eat a little more potassium out the ground. Some plants take more nitrogen out. Different plants pull what they want out the ground. And that makes the plant equipped to provide for us. So you can see that it was a master plan. Yeah, that was a garden. My daughter's mother, we was taking care of my father when I first went live, and she had got some sprouted seeds and put them in a thing, and they were sprouting. And she kept saying, Pharaoh, my plants, they sprouting. You know, she just jumped the gun and got all these seeds and stuff and sprouted them in the dining room. So I was like, oh, you know, you're trying to be a good husband. I ran to Home Depot. We had a bunch of totes downstairs for my mother's stuff. So I had a bunch of totes just stacked up. I went, put down the tarp, put the totes down, bought like 5 different types of soil from the garden store, mixed all the soil together so I'd have a variety of soil. Next door, they was cutting a tree down, so I went over there and got some of the neighbors' wood chips, put the wood chips in the soil, mixed the soil up. So each container had 5 different of the best soils, because I didn't know which soils the best. So I said, I'm going to mix them. Put the sprouts in there, and boom, you see what happened. Put 4 sticks in the ground, got some mesh, wrapped it, stapled it, because the grasshoppers was trying to go up. Made them put a stick in the middle, made a bootleg roof over the top, you know, because all my neighbors like, make me one. Michael, make me one. You know, they would still call me by my childhood name. So, Miss Johnson, I'm like, you should make me one. I started to go into a business really doing it for real, with real materials. I throw you a greenhouse together. When they started growing, I ordered a big old container of ladybugs and opened them in there, and ladybugs in there. Make sure you don't get aphids. And by locking it off with the net like that, that stopped the moths, because the moths will get on it and lay worms in there, and the worms will eat up your bulbs the worms will eat it up, because those worms turn into moths. So they lay worms. They weren't lay little caterpillar things. And your whole garden will be destroyed. So you have to protect it from, and you should have seen, man. It seemed like grasshoppers from the whole neighborhood came, and they was all outside of that mesh. They would just be on there looking in there. It was fresh food in there. It was crazy. You should have seen the locusts and grasshoppers that would be on the outside of the thing trying to figure out how to get in there. And there's not that many grasshoppers in our backyard. So that means they smelled it, I guess. They smelled it, and they came by the hundreds Any day I would go out there and there'd be 25 grasshoppers and locusts just on the outside of it all the way around, looking in there. Yeah, keep on looking. You ain't getting in there. Yeah, Danielle, you're a moderator. You're doing big things. You're going to help me fight the trolls, sweetie pie. Hmm. So always remember, don't let nobody tell you bad things about vegan because vegan is not bad or good. Okay? So vegan is not bad or good. So you have like animal rights vegans, and they say they don't want to eat animals, they want to protect the animals, and they go vegan, but they're not doing for their health. So they eating veggie burgers, veggie dogs, chips, cookies, and all that, and then they get sick, and then they go back to eating the animals. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't go into that to protect the animals. You have to go into it for your health. And if you go plant-based vegan for your health, you're automatically protecting the animals. So why go into it for the animals? Go into it for your health. So this is why Miley Cyrus ended up going back to eat animals. Because she said she was going to go vegan to protect the animals, but she wasn't trying to eat right and she got sick. You have to eat right. You can't just eat junk food, whether you, even when you eat meat, you just can't eat junk food and stuff. You got to eat some fruits and vegetables if you want to be healthy. And so a lot of brothers that's coming in with the alkaline eating and stuff like that, they trash and vegan. They like vegan this because they see vegan donuts, they see vegan cookies. So they began saying vegan ain't no good. But what they don't understand, there's no such thing as vegan donuts and vegan cookies. That's why I got to talk to Aki to let them know, Yaki, there's no such thing as vegan cookies, bruh. Stop telling the people vegan ain't no good. Okay? Vegan is just a description. That's all. It just means no animal byproduct and no animals. That's it. Some people are fighting against vegan like vegan represents healthy. No, vegan is just a word. Like there's many words in a dictionary, and vegan is one of them. And the word vegan is mostly used to let us know that there's no animals in our food or our vitamins or our milk or whatever. That's all it's for. I still got to go eat healthy. But I love the vegan concept because, it makes it easy for me to buy these vitamins and see it say vegan. So I don't got to read it to make sure there's no sheep in it, no lamb in it, no cow, no fish oil. Other than that, if you didn't put vegan on here, we'd have to read every one to find out which one don't got fish oil because they put fish oil in everything and dairy products. And so the word vegan is to make it easy for us to know what's not in it. That's all that means. It doesn't mean what's in it. Vegan is a description to let you know what's not in it. Pharaoh, get these vitamins. There's no fish in here. There's no eggs in here. There's no egg yolks. There's no lanolin. Okay? No. No, 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 no. No. Vegan. A person who does not eat food derived from animals and who typically does not use other animal products. Eating, using, or containing no food or other products derived from animals. So they put vegan on here to let me know, Pharaoh, there's nothing in there derived from animals. But I can't just buy this because it says vegan. Vegan is just one step. Now I still got to get good vitamins. these vitamins are vegan, but these are really good vitamins. So I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But it makes it easy for us to shop and buy what we want to buy. So if I want to get me some K2, I can go to Amazon. I could put vitamin D3. Then I put vegan vitamin D3. Then I put search. And then a whole bunch of vegan vitamin D3 tablets come up. And then I have to read those to see which one of those are the best ones. Just the word vegan just isolates it so I can see which ones ain't got no animal byproducts in it. Then I got to look to see which ones are made the best. Because just because it doesn't have any animal byproducts in it, don't mean it's really still made the best. Potato chips ain't got no animal byproduct in it. But you can't eat potato chips every day. Potato chips is vegan. Unless it's cooked with lard or something. But if it's cooked in vegetable oil, that's vegan. That's not healthy. A vegan ain't got nothing to do with being healthy. Y'all, vegan ain't got nothing to do with being healthy. Vegan is just a description that lets you know there's no animals or animal byproduct in this product. That's it. So when I say the easiest way to become a vegan, that means I'm just going to get you off of meat and dairy products and eggs. That's it. And then once I get you off of that, then you on your path to now eat healthy. Okay? Because people, what they don't tell you, to be healthy, it takes two things, not one. You have to get off stuff, right? And then you have to get on stuff. Am I lying? If I'm an alcoholic, to get healthy, I got to get off alcohol, right? Then I got to eat stuff to repair my body from the alcoholism. So getting off alcohol is not going to make me healthy. It's just going to stop me from being more and more unhealthy. But then I'm going to have to do step 2 to build my health up. I'm going to have to exercise. I'm going to drink water. I'm going to eat more fruits and vegetables. You understand? Put what on a t-shirt? Yeah, I probably will. Okay? So you have to do 2 things. All right? You have to do 2 things. You have to get off stuff, and then you have to get on stuff. And veganism is like the greatest thing ever as far as people. Vegan is it. It's the real deal. The greatest thing you could do in your life is go vegan. If you smoke cigarettes and you go vegan, you'll stop smoking. If you're a drug addict and you go vegan, you'll put the drugs down. If you're an alcoholic and you go vegan, you'll stop being an alcoholic. Especially if you do it from the mind state of what? Being healthier. So if you go vegan and you're trying to be healthier, you ain't going to eat no potato chips every day anyway. You ain't going to eat no Beyond Burgers every day. If you're going into it with the idea to be healthier. The reason so many people went vegan and was unhealthy because they were animal rights vegans. And animal rights vegans are just protesting the animals, but wasn't taking care of themselves. That's why I don't like animal rights vegans. Also, animal rights vegans are only animal rights for chickens, cows, pigs, turkeys, right, and fish. They're not animal rights for the lions that's getting shot, for the elephants. How are you animal rights when you don't care about the giraffes, when you don't care about the zebras, when you don't care about the zoo? You're not animal rights. So I believe that animal rights and veganism should be separated. Animal rights is animal rights, and veganism is veganism. I'm a vegan and I'm for animal rights, but they are not the same thing. Because how could you give a damn about the animals when you don't care about yourself? So you say you're going to go vegan, you eat potato chips and burgers all the time. Go to the zoo and feed the bears and the potato chips and burgers all the time. I bet you they die. So how you love the animals when you eating something you wouldn't even feed the animals? Think about it. You say you a vegan, but you eating donuts and shit all the time. And you say you love the animals. Okay, go feed. Would you feed your dog donuts and potato chips every? No, because the dog could get sick. So how are you animal rights when you're doing things that would kill the animals and you? Make it make sense. So I don't like animal rights vegans because animal rights vegans get sick and they go back to eat meat and they be like, the hell with the animals. I got to eat some more animals. I'm sick. Whereas me, I'm real animal rights. I ain't ate an animal since 1978. Facts. And I ain't sick. And I'll be 67 next year, February 22nd. On everything I love. Real animal rights. You understand? So don't let nobody, I had to make this video because I seen my brother that I really like a lot. Yaqui said he hate the word vegan. And I'm like, bro, stop saying that. Because you are a vegan, bro. I don't know what Yaqui think he is. By the definition, you a vegan. I can't wait to interview him. I'm saying, Yaqui, do you eat any animal byproducts? You're going to say no. I'll be like, do you eat any animals at all? No. I say, so are you a vegan? He going to be like, he going to try to say something. All right, bro. Stop saying that. He's a vegan. That has nothing to do with health. Veganism has nothing to do with health. Many of us go vegan for our health, but we go vegan for our health. Vegan is not our health. We go vegan to get off garbage. We feel like all them pork chops and barbecue and fried chicken ain't healthy. So we're not healthy because we're healthy first because what we stop eating. It's all about what you stop doing because you can't start doing something new until you stop doing what's old. So it's really all about stopping the bad habits and then slowly replacing them with the good habits. That's why my manual is the best. Because I don't confuse you. I don't get you to try to eat good. I just try to stop you from eating bad first. Let's do first things first. There's no way you could get me to eat good when I'm craving chicken. I need some chicken, bruh. I need a piece of chicken. So I ain't gonna never be vegan anyway if I don't get off this chicken. You know what I'm saying? So I get people off of stuff, and I'm the one, grade school, kindergarten, through high school, and then I send them to Yaqui. He grad school, college. He needs to stop stepping on my toes down here in grade school and kindergarten. Let him to kindergarten. You know, brothers be Sabi, and they be stepping on my toes. Sabi is way up here. Sabi is college. Yaqui is grad school or something. I'm kindergarten through senior year in high school. Let me do what I do. I get people from eating so bad. Then they gotta learn. And they gotta adapt. And your taste buds gotta adapt. You gotta learn how to shop. You gotta learn how to cook. I don't know why brothers don't be honest. You cannot just go vegan. You got to take my step. You can't do it. Out of 50 of you, only 3 or 4 of you going to be able to do it. You can't just go vegan. You got to have a process. You got to take one step at a time. It might take you 5 years to go vegan. On my soul. It could take you 2 years easily. I think it took me longer to get off fish than it took to get off all the other stuff. When I got on fish, I was stuck for a minute. I was stuck for a minute on the fish. What the hell am I supposed to eat? You know what I mean? You be lost. Hey, when you try to go vegan, you be lost as hell. You be lost. You be like, what I'm supposed to eat? You know what I mean? You will have malnutrition. You try to eat some salad, some old weak stuff. That's why I promote the plant-based meats and stuff. You gotta have that. You gotta have the plant-based meats. I don't care what nobody say. The average black American come up, if they gonna convert, they gonna have to have a replacement. They gonna have to have a substitute. You're gonna have to replace real meat with fake meat. Period. Anybody say don't, they don't know what they talking about. If I go to Whole Foods right now and I see a black woman in there or a black man with a whole bunch of, the plant-based meats, I walk right over to them. Oh, you going vegan, ain't you? Because you ain't going to see nobody been a vegan for a while with no bunch of Beyond Burgers and stuff. If you see somebody with Beyond Burgers and stuff in their cart, they transition and leave them alone. I remember when the Beyond Burger was the greatest thing in vegan history. That and the silk soy milk and the almond milk. Them things was a blessing. But I remember this one lady, her and her daughter, they was in Whole Foods. This was like right before the pandemic. And she had like 8 packs of Beyond Burgers in her cart. I had to go over there. I said, oh, you trying to go vegan, ain't you? She said, yes. Oh, it's so hard. These things are helping me so much. I said, I know they are. I know they are. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's real hard. Because when you first go vegan, man, it look like you can't eat nothing. Dang, I can't eat nothing. You know, you can't eat nothing like table salt. No, I got to go buy a special salt. You know? Then when you read the ingredients, you're like, all this shit is trash. I can't eat none of this? No. No, you can't eat nothing. It's trash and all that stuff. The whole store is trash. Like if I go to like a Jewel's or a regular store, I can't eat nothing in there. That's how bad they killing y'all. If I go into a regular store, I gotta walk in the store. I gotta go to the fruit and vegetable section first. Maybe give me some Honeycrisp apples. Give me some type of greens, some bok choy or some collard greens or some Brussels sprouts like that. I gotta give me some onions and some garlic. I might get some zucchini or something. I can't buy a lot. That's another thing. Because you can't buy a lot because it's going to go bad. So you got to shop. You got to learn how to shop to buy the most perishable food and eat that first, then the least perishable food here and eat that, then the other one here. And then that's why we need the rice, the couscous and stuff, because who want to keep running to the store? You ever see these brothers that be talking about they fruitarians and they be having all that fruit? Man, don't let them lie to you. That fruit be going bad. You was not going to be able to eat that fruit fast enough before it go bad. Trust me. You cannot buy no bunch of avocados and they still be good. Unless you find out the magic way to make it last. So typically, if you want to eat right, you're going to have to go to the store no less than once a week. Seriously. You're going to have to go to the store once a week. And if you ain't careful, you're going to throw a lot of vegetables away because they're going to wilt. Because that stuff ain't what they say it is. I got some cauliflower. I got some collard greens in the refrigerator now. They've been in there almost a week and they still standing up. But you know what I figured out? I got a bowl of water and I fill it up and I sit them in a bowl of water. And then they don't wilt because they still drinking. But if I put them in that refrigerator and they ain't in water, they be wilted in 2 days. Get a bowl of water and sit your celery and your greens in that water. And I bet you it won't wilt as quick because that thing is still drinking. It's still a plant. You know how your mama get a sweet potato, put it in there, and it start making roots? So, yeah, it'll still be drinking. And that'll keep the greenery green. But if it ain't getting no water, then it's going to wilt. Just like when we growing plants, and your plants be standing up like this, and then it be real hot outside, and then after about 8 o'clock, your plants be a little bit like this. And then you water them plants, and you see them do that right before nighttime. You got to water them. And so there's a constant misinterpretation of the word vegan. Remember that. Don't let nobody have you thinking vegan is negative. Always remember, it's just a description. That's all vegan is. Vegan is just a description. There's no such thing as vegan food. Vegan is the description of the food. So if it says these are vegan cookies, that means these are cookies that don't have no milk in them, don't have no dairy, don't have no egg. But you have to be careful because some artificial ingredients are not animal byproduct. So that's why it can't just be vegan. It's got to be all natural. It's got to be all natural because they'll slip some chemicals on you. Right? Because if you look up, watch this, vegan candy. Watch this. Watch this. Let me show you the vegan candy. Vegan candy. Now look. This vegan candy. This vegan Halloween candy. You know why? Ain't no animal byproducts in it. But it's artificial flavors, artificial colors, preservatives in it, but that ain't animal. See what I'm telling you? It's vegan. It's definitely unhealthy. See what I'm telling you? See what I'm telling you? Sour Patches, Twizzlers, Dots, Ed Nerds, Mike and Ike, Skittles, Swedish Fish, they vegan. But they not healthy. See what I'm saying? It's vegan. You know what I'm saying? So we're looking for healthy stuff that's vegan. I'm looking for really good vitamins that's vegan. I'm not just buying any vitamins because it says vegan. I'm looking for good vitamins. Look what it says on the front of these vitamins. What does it say at the bottom? It says Whole Foods multivitamins. And it says vegan. But right here, it says Whole Foods. Whole food multivitamins. They're whole food vitamins and they're vegan. See what I'm saying? They're not just vegan. They're whole food. They're made from actual fruit and berries and roots and plants. So the whole food tells you what they made from, and the word vegan tells you what's not in it. Because you can get vitamins with whole foods that still got cow in it. See what I'm saying? You can get whole food vitamins, right? That's made, but it'll still have fish oil, still have dairy. You get vitamins just like this with animal in it. So you look, see? You see? So you can see my vitamins is not just vegan vitamins. My vitamins are what? My vitamins are whole food, multivitamins. Whole food. And vegan. Two things. Not just one thing. See? When I'm looking for D3, I'm looking for good D3 vitamins that's vegan, not just any D3 vegan vitamin. Okay? Because you got to understand, you live in a world with snakes and con people and people that don't do good business. And they'll slap that word vegan on there, but the stuff won't be no good. You can't blame vegan for that. You can't blame the word vegan and the identity of vegan because you got corrupt business, because you got alkaline scam artists that's been scamming people talking about this alkaline and that's alkaline. But you can't blame alkaline for some alkaline scammer. I had some alkaline people ragging on me, talking about Sabi did this and Sabi said that. But I got a video with Sabi saying I eat fish every once in a while. So, what do you mean alkaline? Dude wasn't no strict vegan. Dude was still eating dead fishes. That's a fact. I got the video on lock in case somebody play with me. He talking to a lady. He said, I eat fish every once in a while. I saved it in case somebody try to play with me. Stop playing with me. I ain't had a dead fish since 1977, 78, something like that. But I did go back vegetarian, though, because I was in the county jail for 4 months. So I was eating like dairy. I was eating egg sandwiches, mayonnaise, regular jail bread, whatever bread they got in the commissary with cheese on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I went back vegetarian. I was eating vegetarian in the county jail. I wasn't eating no meat, though, but I went back vegetarian. And trash, I was eating trash like a mug. Potato chips, corn chips, anything I could get from the commissary didn't have no meat in it. Real talk. Straight up. So that's when I got out, and then I met a new queen, and I started dating a new queen, and she was cooking a whole bunch of vegetables and stuff, and mac and cheese and stuff, so it's cool, because I was eating the mac and cheese and all that, because I had just got out the county jail. I was eating dairy anyway. And then I went right back vegan. No, it was no problem. I went right back vegan, like I wasn't addicted to that stuff, because I don't like it. I was eating it for survival. I don't like that stuff. I don't like cheese. I don't like eggs and cheese and all that stuff. I was just eating it out of survival. I don't be forcing myself. Sometimes people think I'm forcing myself. Do you ever be willing to eat some meat? No. As a matter of fact, when you first go vegan, typically when you first go vegan and you've been vegan for a few years, when you smell meat, it's going to make you sick, really, be honest with you. I remember in L.A. we'd take the bus. I don't know if we was going down Vermont or what, but it's a fat burger. And every time we would get the fat burger, it would make me like nauseous and sick when I smelt it. It took me probably, it probably took me about, it probably took me about 7 or 8 years before meat didn't bother me no more. By the time, uh, by the time I was taking care of my father and I was cooking his meat and stuff, my wife used to be like, Pharaoh, I don't know how you cook that. Well, my ex-wife, she used to be like, I don't know how you cook that. I was like, I don't know, it don't bother me no more. She was new, so it was bothering her. She's still a vegan though. She's still a vegan. She became a vegan, messing with me. She stayed vegan. That's good. Like I told her, you better stay vegan. You getting too old, but you can play if you want to. She in her 50s. I'm like, you could play, but you keep playing. You can play if you want to. You better stay on what I told you. You know what I'm saying? You get off of it, you're gonna wish you wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm trying to get the Big Mountain soy free. Instacart's supposed to deliver it, but they ain't gonna re-deliver it because they out of stock. Ain't that messed up? What's going on, Quayla? I had ordered this. I had ordered this stuff that was supposed to be coming, and this is my first time using Instacart because I knew I was gonna be live, and they were supposed to bring it to me, but it's out of stock. I really needed that for my workout this week. Anyway, I'll have to call the store and let them notify me when it's in stock. Ooh, I really want that. It's really uh, some new age stuff. I really wanted to get that. Yeah, I really wanted to get that. But it is out of stock. I was going to be cooking up a storm this week with my new product. Ugh. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about, what I was waiting on. I just got the message that it is out of stock. Dang. Another great improvement for plant-based people, because a lot of us men, we try to not mess with the tofu because of the estrogen. So we try to back away from the tofu, from the estrogen. So we don't want the estrogen. We don't want the man boobs. And so I was getting this other product, coming in today between 4 and 6. And I just got the notification they're out of stock. I think it's made in Canada. Oh, it's made in Canada, but the tariff wars, I bet it's got something to do with the tariffs. But this right here, if you can find this, get this. 64 grams of plant protein. So if I eat half of that, that's 32 grams of plant protein, and it ain't got no soy. It's made with fava beans. See, they're finding new plants and new ways to make this food so we can make sure we're eating to the best of our ability. So if you can find this Big Mountain soy-free tofu, make sure you get it. Support the movement. We support movements like this, and this is how we keep the movement growing. This is how we keep it growing. And I'm one of the forerunners of keeping the plant-based vegan movement going. Now, you have vegan, which I've already explained to you. That just basically means no animal byproducts, no animals. Then we have plant-based, which is basically the same thing technically in the way they use the word, but they try to act like it means something different, but it's not really whole foods. And then we have ITAL. ITAL is the Rasta term that we use for vegetables and whole foods. ITAL is definitely whole foods, 100%. So we say ITAL is vital. So Rasta eat the ITAL. This ITAL is vital. Vitality. So we use all those terms. And we're going to be using the term whole foods. So it's going to be plant-based whole food or whole food vegan. Would describe no processed food, would be called whole foods, not plant-based, because plant-based, the difference between vegan and plant-based is vegan means what's not in it, and plant-based means what it is in it. Now, some people are trying to use plant-based to mean whole foods, but I disagree because that's confusing, because if you say plant-based, these would be plant-based because they're made, the base of them is plant. They're made out of plants. So any food made out of plants would be plant-based. And it would be vegan. It would be plant-based because it's made with plants. And it would be vegan because it don't have animal byproducts or animals in it. Veganism is about what it don't have. It's not about what it has. The term vegan describes what's not in an item. That's all vegan means. That's it. Anybody says anything different don't know what they're talking about. Now, when I changed the way I was eating, I was a vegan, but I didn't know it. We thought we were vegetarians. I thought I was a vegetarian until the 80s. Isn't that crazy? I thought I was a vegetarian. I had no idea I was a vegan. I mean, I had absolutely no idea I was a vegan. I thought I was a vegetarian. Seriously. That's what I thought. And then after a while, I realized, oh, okay, I am a, I am not a vegetarian. I am a vegan. Yeah, I'm not a vegetarian. And I was in the 80s when I found out I was a vegan. Because I called myself a vegetarian, but, I said, wait a minute, I couldn't be a vegetarian. I don't eat eggs and dairy products. So with some hippies and stuff out there in Hawaii, they're like, no, dude, you're a vegan. I said, oh, vegan? I never heard that word before. I never heard the word vegan until in the 80s. I changed the way I ate in 1978, and I didn't hear the word vegan in probably till 1985 or 86 or something before I heard the word vegan. I didn't know I was a vegan. I didn't even know I was a vegan. And I didn't know I was Kemetic, because we used to just say Egypt. We just said Egyptian. We wasn't saying Kemet. So all the time I thought I was an Egyptian vegetarian. All them years I thought I was Egyptian, vegetarian Egyptian, and I was a vegan. I was Kemetic vegan. What do you know? I thought I would, you know what I'm saying? So anybody got any questions before we end this situation? But you got two choices in life. Which one you choose? How you living? Because you got two choices in life. I can tell you, if you put all that stuff in your refrigerator, it's going to go bad before you eat it. I'll tell you that. Ain't no vegan got no refrigerator like that. Unless you got 6 kids. Because there ain't no way. That ain't going to go bad. I sure would like to have those Brussels sprouts at the bottom. When there's big Brussels sprouts like that, they're extremely good for you. Those big old Brussels sprouts like that. Brussels sprouts are really good for your sex life, brothers. Trust me when I'm telling you. Look, I think they got the Brussels sprouts in there twice. They trying to be slick. Look, these are Brussels sprouts up here too. And then Brussels sprouts down there. But I'd rather eat this side than that side. So if you ain't got no questions, that's it for today's discussion. Make sure you eat right. Make sure you take care of yourself. Go to www.veganintel.com and get the easiest way to become a vegan. Change the way you eat better, take care of yourself. Also, if you're new over here and you're watching, when we're not live, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so we can let you know we're here. All you vegans out there is watching, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. All right, so I can build another strong vegan community over here. Plus, if you're a vegan content creator, make a comment, let me know, because I need to interview you. So if you're a vegan content creator, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, share, and make sure you subscribe and leave me a comment so I can bring you over and talk to you, because we got to grow this plant-based, whole food, vegan community, because too many people are sick in America, in Europe, in Africa, in Asia. People are sick, and so many people are overweight, and so many people have diabetes, and so many people have cancer. So we have to unite, those of us that's vegan, plant-based, ITAL, alkaline, whatever you want to call it. If you're cutting the animal byproducts out and artificial flavors, artificial colors, and all that, let's unite and let's help everybody, all right? And so I'm out, and I'm going to leave you with this message right here. Victory.
Pan around the room, see what's going on, see what the numbers is looking like. It's my dialyzer, and that's my dialysis machine. Some things that I just wasn't paying attention to, and hopefully this can help you guys out. So one was laziness. Laziness was one of the things. It was a big thing for me because get my crystals out. But laziness was one. They say like when you get a lack of wanting to do things that you normally do, but see, the catch-22 with that is that can be considered depression. It could be seasonal depression. Mine started fall/winter, so I thought I was going through seasonal depression. So I kind of ignored that and I kind of threw it off as maybe I work too much, I don't get enough sleep, or I just need to go to sleep. So that's one. The second one was dry mouth. At night, I would have a lot of dry mouth. That resulted into me snoring. I never really used to snore until right before, but my mouth used to get real dry, real super duper dry. I used another one is I used to urinate a lot, and when I say a lot, like maybe every hour, every half hour, 45 minutes, hour and a half. Like I was using the bathroom a lot, and at first I thought it was because another symptom was the fact that I was super duper 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 thirsty, and I used to drink all the time, like a lot of water. I used to guzzle 16-ounce water bottles. I used to guzzle 2-liter sodas, and I know I shouldn't have been drinking sodas, but I used to do that. So with that came a quick weight gain because of the fluid, and I didn't know about the fluid, so I was gaining so much weight at one point in time. And then when I had the spells where I was super thirsty and drinking a lot of water and using the bathroom a lot, I dropped like 40 pounds like this. Like I think in about a month or two, 2 months, like basically 20 pounds a month, I was dropping the weight. And at first I thought it was because I'm drinking water, I was doing a little bit more. I'm like, maybe I'm just losing weight naturally. No, no, I was sick. So another thing was taste. Things had different taste to me. And that's when I knew something was wrong. I'm like, yo, things that used to taste a certain way to me don't taste that way. I used to think like people are making things differently, or Sprite tastes different, or soda tastes different. Sometimes I would have this metallic-y copper, well, not copper, like metallic taste to things sometimes. Also, I thought I had COVID. I thought I had, well, I don't know, well, yeah, I thought I had COVID at one time too. And I kind of wrote it off as that, but I'm glad I didn't. I took a test, it was negative, so we had to move on. Anyways, another symptom I ignored was dark spots under my arms, which I found out after I got out the hospital, that is a symptom. Can be a symptom, not necessarily the absolute symptom. So, and then another symptom was eye shocks. I used to get, like sometimes when I used to look, I used to get like these flicker of lights in my eyes. And I used to think like, oh no, I just close my eyes, go to sleep, wake up, they'd be gone. It was actually like, I think sugar shocks in my eyes, because if you're diabetic, you understand that when your sugar is high, sometimes sugar gets in your eyes and it gets blurry, and so your sugar level can affect your vision. So, and then the last thing before everything had happened, and I'll get in a story time about what exactly happened to me and how it happened. But before everything happened, my eyes were blurry. I could barely see it, and I was seeing double. And yeah, so that's about 10 symptoms. And I'm not gonna lie, all 10 symptoms, or however many symptoms I just named, coincided with other things that I thought was either fatigue, I needed sleep, I worked too much, did too much. So I ignored them. Eventually, it kept up to me. Or, I'm sorry, eventually it caught up to me. So, um, this is just a little, for anybody who's feeling that way, or just make sure you get yourself checked out. One thing I didn't do, I didn't get checked out for like a year or two. Just make sure you get yourself checked out. But anyway.